On December 28th, in the year 9750, 14-year-old, almost 15, Sam Hawken, at the time, would travel all the way down to Breakwater County. What was thought to be a normal day would then turn to chaos. Hawken would cross paths with 15-year-old jailhouse owner Ronald Johnson. Johnson, the youngest jailhouse owner in Breakwater's history, was just 15, and he had been in the job for 2 years since he was 13 years old. He was known for being a kind young man who would make proper arrests, who protected the community. And he had an unfortunate fate that would occur when meeting this non-local person, Samuel James Hawken. On that day, a local Breakwater resident had reported that someone was stealing from the sheriff, Ronald Johnson's house. And with Ronald Johnson's house being right across the street from the jailhouse, as you see right here, the jailhouse is where Sheriff Ronald Johnson would then take the accused, Samuel Hawken. Although later during the murder trial of Samuel Hawken, he would claim that he had not stolen from Johnson at all, and Johnson had locked him up for no reason. Here's footage from the trial.
You intend to steal from Sheriff Ronald Johnson on December 28th, correct? I didn't come down here to steal anything. You killed Mr. Johnson. He passed away, but I didn't have anything to do with his passing. He harassed me and I got away from him.
As you can expect, the prosecutor did not go through with this. He did not believe the defendant, Sam Hawken, at all, as the prosecutor believes that Hawken murdered Sheriff Johnson on that day, but that is what he's trying to find out. Albert McAlvin, who was the lead prosecutor in the Sam Hawken murder trial, had over 10 years of experience at the time. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and he had tried cases all around the United States. But however, this was his first ever murder trial, which is why some people on social media have speculated that he was not right for the job. The lead defense attorney for Sam Hawken was 13-year-old Patrick Michael Fitzgerald Jr. Although, as the defense attorney, he was described as incompetent, unprofessional, and even intolerable. However, there was a certain point during the case where many believe that he cracked the case by bringing on a witness named Charlie Flood, a medical examiner.
Is it true that you found no signs of any human DNA, such as the result of being punched, kicked, strangled, or anything else of the sort?
Yes.
Not one piece of evidence was found on Ronald Johnson that could possibly link to the defendant Sam Hawken's possibility of foul play.
No, sir.
I have nothing further.
Many reactions on social media would suggest that people wanted the defendant Samuel Hawken to be locked up regardless of if he killed Ronald Johnson or not. However, it is suggested that he did not, as a result of him not being kicked, punched, or strangled, as the medical examiner Charlie Flood explained. However, it was a known fact that the medical examiner Charlie Flood had put in the report that Ronald Johnson had fell to his death. This was Ronald Johnson's death scene, and lawmen had suggested that he had not died too long before they had gotten a report about the dead body of Mr. Johnson. Now, one thing of interest was actually found. This pickaxe right here, diamond pickaxe, was said to have been used minutes, if not seconds, before Mr. Johnson fell to his death. Upon hearing this, many people had speculated that Ronald Johnson either fell to his death because of Sam Hawken using that pickaxe, or maybe Ronald Johnson was using that pickaxe to make Sam Hawken fall. And some people even think that somebody else used that pickaxe to make Ronald Johnson fall. Ronald Johnson falling to his fact was a known fact at the beginning of the trial, as mentioned in the opening statement of the
Cause of death
prosecution.
of Mr. Johnson was a fall to his death.
This made a lot of folks wonder, why was it relevant that Ronald Johnson was not kicked, punched, or strangled if he had fell to his death because of a pickaxe? That is something that made no sense to people. And even though the pickaxe was examined, there were no fingerprints found on it, no handprints, nothing that could be indicated that go back to Sam Hawken. Instead, what they found was something that led back to some kind of animal. But animals don't know how to use pickaxes. So, what could it possibly be? That is why many people believe Sam Hawken hired someone to help him. But this is most likely not the case. And why? Well, gloves, of course. People who were in support of Sam Hawken, however, would look at the police report that was filed, and in the file, there was nothing found about any evidence of him even being near Ronald Johnson. However, this was later gone against due to the reported file of Ronald Johnson arresting Sam Hawken, which of course was until he broke out, which is what resulted in the chase. When Sam Hawken was taken into custody, shortly after his friends showed up to the place, and they had some audio from the interrogation that were of interest, where they were talking in the room.
Why would you murder somebody? Why?
I don't even
What?
remember.
Patrick. Oh, not like you murdered like a lot of people.
What the? You know, you have a weird sense of humor, Patrick. Shut the frick up.
What? I'm mad at Sam. Why would you
Just
murder
get out.
somebody?
Get out.
Bro.
Just
Why
get
are
out.
you yelling? That
Just get
hurts.
out.
That's mean. You're
You
mean.
need to say that you want to talk to a lawyer, okay?
Okay.
Tell that guy.
Hey, sir. I wanna talk to a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Hey,
No.
Patrick.
Why I got?
This audio was unable to be used as evidence in the courtroom due to Sam Hawken not saying anything incriminating. Rather, his friends did. Reporters say they were actually next to the two at the trial. The following footage is the verdict of Sam Hawken's trial.
To your account of the information, second-degree homicide of Ronald Q. Johnson finds the defendant Samuel Samuel James Hawking not guilty. Thank you for your silence. Now to the jury. Your time is done. You've all been wonderful to work with, unlike the audience.
Judge Jim Brand would come to national media attention over this verdict. What people mostly confuse this verdict with is that he did it when it was actually the jury that decided this verdict. No one knows if Jim Brand truly believed that Sam Hawken was innocent or guilty, but whatever the case, he was judged during the trial. Sam Hawken is now freed, and regardless of whether you believe Sam Hawken is guilty or innocent of this crime, unfortunately no case will bring back the life of Ronald Q. Johnson, a beloved member of the Breakwater community who was a sheriff for 2 years, who almost everybody knew. He will be missed.